Hi, everybody in kindergarten. This is Mr. Henderson, and we're having another Wednesday virtual computer class. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're looking at today, and then show you some examples. And hopefully, you can go on and check these things out on your own, and then find some other things that maybe are really fun that you would like if you have a little extra time and you're allowed. Today, we're going to be using that site that we've gone on a couple times that you guys should know called ABCya. And today, we're not so much learning how to do things on the computer as we are learning a little bit more about computers and technology, specifically staying safe on the computer and also identifying things that are part of computer and technology. Now, staying safe on the computer is a really important topic, just like it is to stay safe if you drive in a car, stay safe going swimming, stay safe playing somewhere or playing a sport. Pretty much with all of those different things in life, there's different things we do, like maybe wear a seatbelt, wear a helmet, have a buddy system, something like that to stay safe. And when you go on a computer and specifically on the internet, it's really important to stay safe too. So, first, I'm going to open up my web browser, right, which is Google Chrome. And this is the browser to take me to different websites on the internet. And then I want to get to ABCya. Now, we've gone there before, and I'll show you the two ways that I would use to get to ABCya. First, there's an address bar at the top. I could click and type in ABCya, ABCYA, and then hit the enter or return key. Or, since I know it's abcya.com, I could type that in and it'll take me directly to that site, and I could get there that way. The other way is if you know how to, or a parent helps you get to our school's homepage, without typing in anything, you can get to that site by scrolling down a little and looking on this left side for this icon, and over top it says Weymouth Porta Portal. And this icon right here that you click on, and I have set up as a list of links. In the first box, that's new links for offsite learning. In this middle box, it says computers and technology, and the very first link right here is ABCya. For the links, you do have to click on the words or the letters. And we've done that before, so hopefully it's easy enough and we can get there with no problem. So we're on the site ABCya, and I want to find two specific things that we're going to try today. And I'm just going to get you to them and get started, and then you have time to do them on your own. As a side note for parents, ABCya is such a great website. It's a website that is ad-based, unless you pay for a premium fee. It is ad-based, so there are places where kids could click on ads, but the content that the website has is really great content that's educational, some fun, but in the things that are for fun, you don't necessarily have to worry about anything like a violent game or a graphic game or a game that could have anything inappropriate. It's really vetted and known by a lot in the education industry as being a really great space for kids to be able to play online, do different activities online, learn online in a fun way that they could really spend every day on and probably not get to all the different things that there are to do. Now, we're looking at two specific things first, and then if you have time and want to check out some other things on ABCya and you're allowed, that's great. The specific things we want to get to, we have two choices. We could either type in their name up here at the top, or I'm going to do it and show you guys by clicking on grade K, the big K right here because you're in kindergarten. And then I'm going to go down and use my wheel until I get to this section right here that says kindergarten skill games, and it's in purple, right? See how the background and around it is in purple. And there's two things in this section. This is also the same section that has ABCya Paint that we talked about the other week. And this has Cyber 5 and Find the Technology. Those are the two we're going to look at today. The first one, I'll explain a little more quickly. It's called Cyber 5, and I'm going to give it a click, wait for it to load, and then click my play button.
Hippo and Hedgehog in the Cyber 5.
And I'll have the sound on for a second, but then I'm going to turn it down.
The school bell rang loudly, and Hippo packed up his bag. It was time to go home and play.
Now, this,
His best
now
friend,
that I turned down
Hedgehog,
the
was
sound,
coming home
is
on his bus.
kind of like
Their
a video
computer
or
playdate
storybook
was today.
where it takes you through this
With
little
some
cartoon
grass for
of
himself
Hippo and
and
Hedgehog.
some berries for Hedgehog,
And they
the
go
friends sat
on the
down
internet.
to
They use a
begin.
computer. They do
I
different
can't
things on the
wait to
internet,
show you my
and
new
it talks
computer
about
game.
things to do with
Just 1
passwords,
second, I
things to
have
do
to
with
log
bullies on a
in.
computer, things to do with
What's
things
your
that are safe on a
password?
computer,
Hedgehog
and
asked with a
teaches
smile.
you a really
Mine
good
is
set of things
baseball is
about how to
fun.
stay safe and use the
No,
computer
no,
and internet
said
in a
Hippo.
good way.
Don't you know the
You
Cyber
can pause
5?
it,
Giving
right? You can
passwords
go
breaks
back if you
rule
missed
number
something.
1.
And then at the very
The
end, because we're
Cyber
not going to watch the whole
5,
thing in this
Hedgehog
video,
said
but
as he
you
snapped.
listen to what it
Why
says.
do
It
I
has the
need
words
all those
down here.
rules?
You think about what the Hippo and
Because
the
you
Hedgehog
have
are
to be
doing and
careful
talking
when
about.
on the computer.
And then
The
it
Cyber
ends,
5
and you have
is
the
the
option. Now,
best
nobody has
safety
to do this,
tool.
but at the very end,
When
it's going
you
to
gave
say,
me your
would you
password,
like
you
to
broke
take a
rule number
quiz
1.
or take a
Never
test?
give out personal
If you don't want
info.
to do that, you could stop there, and you
Even
don't
though we're
have to do
friends
either one
and
of
we
them.
share lots of
If you do
things,
want to, if you
passwords
decide that
only
it is
you
something that
should
you want to do
know.
and you want to try it out, or maybe you're working with
Oh,
an adult
said
there
Hedgehog.
who's helping
I
you
guess
and they
that
want to
makes
try it out,
sense.
I would
I will
suggest doing
change
the one
my
that's a
password
quiz
tonight.
because that's a little better for students in
Also, said
kindergarten,
Hippo, the
and it
second part
also
of
has
Rule
it so
1.
that it will
Keep your
read
name and
any
address
of the
private,
written
all right?
questions and answer
You
choices to
got
you.
it, said Hedgehog.
And you can see how
Now,
you do.
on to
If
the
you don't want to
game.
do
I
that,
can't wait to
if
beat
you're
your
having a
high
hard time, if
score.
the quiz is a little too difficult, you
As
don't
Hippo
have to
typed
do it,
in
and
the
that's okay.
address,
But
a
what they
pop-up
talk about
appeared.
in this little
Click
video,
it.
this
I
little
want to
storybook,
explore.
is really good
It
information,
says we
and it's
can
really
download
important
a
to
new,
staying safe
cooler
online.
game.
Now, I'm
Hedgehog,
going to go back to the beginning of ABCya because that was one thing that we're taking a look at. The other was in the same exact section. And I could again click on this K in the yellowish planet right here, or I could type in, since I know the name of it, find. And by the time I get to that word find, it has my choice right here, find the technology. I'll give this a click. This is the second one that I'm suggesting you guys try out today because this is a fun way. If you've ever seen a book or magazine that has like hidden pictures where it has a picture with tons and tons of things and you have to find specific things, that's what it has you do. So I click play to start and it gives me two options, review or search. And I'll tell you what each does so that we can look at it a little more quickly and you guys can go on to do it yourself. When you click review, it tells you about tons of different things that are technology, like a smartphone, a drone, a computer, a digital camera, and many others. And it teaches you about them or gives you information about them. When you click search, that's where you actually have a little bit of fun trying to find those things. So I'll give a quick
Camera,
example of
a
the
device
review
that
part.
records
And it
images in
starts
the
off
form
saying a
of
camera, a
photographs.
device that records images in the form of photographs. At first, these buttons may look a little hidden, but see to the left, there's a back, and next there's
Computer,
forward.
a
It
machine
does
that
like
we
a
use to
slideshow
store
where it keeps advancing to
information,
the next
run
one, next one, next one, and
applications,
eventually goes
and
back to the
access the
beginning,
internet.
where it goes through many of those different pieces of technology. And you use the
Device
next or the
charge
back buttons to
computer,
go
a
through.
machine that we use.
Then when you're ready, or if you want to just go to this part first, either way is fine. There's this search button right here.
LCD projector.
And this search button has this really busy room, like a hidden picture game. And you can probably already start to spot some things. Now, all of the things left right here where it says find, they are all things that it showed you in that other part that we were just looking at when it explained each of those pieces of technology. So right now it wants us to find the LCD projector, and it tells us we have 21 things left. If I go and click on the printer, that's a piece of technology. It'll do something, a little fun animation, but that's not an LCD projector. That's not what it wants us to find. Here's a little snake, like a stuffed animal snake, and we could click on it, but again, that's not an LCD projector. If we look over here and we find it, this item right here is the LCD projector, so when I click it, it does a little animation. It gives us a little question about that object, and we could click on
a
this icon
communication
if we want to
device
hear
that your whole
those different
family can
choices.
use.
And this is a machine that projects an image onto a wall or smartboard. So I'm gonna
Modem
give it a
router.
click, and now it has that I only need to find 20 more of those 21 things, and I could keep going. Now, this isn't meant to be frustrating to anybody, and if you have a hard time or you don't know, it's okay and it's no problem. If you have an adult there that's helping you, or you're doing it together with somebody, maybe a parent, a grandmom, an older brother or sister, and anybody, then it's great, and you can find those things and work together. All right, so once you're done taking a look at those, trying those out, if you have time and if you're allowed, I'm going to click on this ABCya button right here, and you could go back to this grade K, click it, and you can see all of these other educational or fun or interesting things that you can do on ABCya. Um, in the future, we might take a look at another one or two, like I know in this holiday section, we'll take a look at one at some point, but you can always go in here on your own if you're allowed, if mom and dad say you can, and you can try out these different things, and they're all really fun to do if you have extra time on the computer. All right, have a great week for the rest of your week, kindergarten, and I will see you next time.